I put together this timeline, and I think that this is a pretty good way to lay everything out and look at it. So we start on May 20th. This is 2023, where the cross-contamination occurred. 12 days later, June 1st, after the oopsie, she's preggo. 12 days. 8 to 10 days is the earliest possible. And that's not even a guarantee. That's just a possibility. And if so, the baby is the size of a poppy seed. No, not the bagel. One of those little black specks on the bagel. That's when it could have been taken care of if it was. So she goes to the doctor on July 7th. There's an ultrasound image. She provides that. The baby should be about the size of a blueberry. Ooh. She gives him that image. However, it's reverse Google searched and found to have come from a blog about vanishing twins, I believe. There is a ton of communication back and forth on whether she should proceed or not proceed. And if she were to not proceed with that, she was insisting that he proceed with a relationship with her. If I do this for you, you do that for me. That's not how this works. So she decides to put her foot down, take control of the situation again. August 1st, she files a petition to establish paternity of the baby that is the size of a fig. Keep in mind there's 2 of them, so it might be a little smaller than that, So he insists on a DNA test. So they agree. And on October 6th, they have a DNA test. Ravgen Lab is a lab that does the DNA test. I looked up Ravgen. They say they are focused on developing non-invasive prenatal diagnostic tests based on fetal DNA present in maternal blood. I actually know a little bit about this because I have negative blood. My children have positive blood. Rh factor. It's a weird thing. So our bloods are not compatible. So I had to have special injections to keep that from killing me, which is not the same thing. I'm just saying it. I knew a little bit. I don't know. So anyways, Ravgen was founded with the goal of developing fetal DNA sequencing methods for patients seeking a prenatal test, which was both safe during pregnancy and highly accurate. The safe during pregnancy was because prior, if you wanted this test, they put a needle like this long in your belly to get a sample of the amniotic fluid. How else to the know? The key to developing this technology lies in Ravgen's ability to increase the percentage of fetal DNA present in blood from the pregnant mother. Current applications for the non-invasive testing include, so what they can figure out is single gene disorders such as cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, the Eastern European Jewish panel, and paternity testing. I went down this really weird fetal DNA, prenatal DNA testing rabbit hole. And the bottom line is, when you have twins, you have way more of fetal DNA in your blood. It's not quite double, but it's really close to that. It's like 1 3/4 as much. So when their test results came back with low or no fetal DNA identified, or insufficient fetal DNA identified in the mother's blood, that's a huge red flag, because that should only happen very early on in the pregnancy or a couple other very unique situations. It is very, very rare. Okay, so after the no fetal DNA, towards the end of the month, October 24th, she shows up at a Zoom court hearing. Now, she is on Zoom because she fears for her safety. Not only does she have a protective order against Clayton, everybody wants to visit today. She also is concerned about all of the publicity and people making threats to her. She's concerned for her safety. So she shows up on Zoom. When she does this, she positions the camera right in front of her to stare at her chest. Why? Hell if I know. To show off her bump so we can see her rubbing her belly? I don't know. It's got to be. I mean, why else? If you're going to pay $700 for a moon bump, somebody's got to see it. But it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. It really was. Like, if you wanted to show it off, you should have showed up in court. The problem is that it didn't fit her quite right, because you can see her pulling it up. She's reaching right here, which is where it comes right there underneath like your bra line with a tight band that's supposed to hold it up. Well, I guess it kept sliding down because you can see her keep grabbing it and pulling it back up. So then at the November 2nd hearing, she appears by Zoom again because she's concerned about her safety. She's still pregnant. There's no issues. The babies are as long as an ear of corn and weigh 1.5 pounds each. December rolls around. They do another paternity test. Results. Oh, and this is the third one because the second one was supposedly lost in the mail. Was it buying time? This one came back with little or insufficient fetal DNA. You have two more than 1.5 pound babies inside of you, and there's no DNA from them in your blood? None? Just not in that sample collected? Does it hang out on the left side and you took the sample on the right side? Like, I don't understand. Explain it to me. That's December 6th. She's 29 weeks pregnant. 29 weeks. Do you remember what those babies looked like that I showed you? The sweet little ones over in England. Survived 23 and 28 weeks. Oh, sweet babies. This chick is claiming to be 29 weeks pregnant. Then December 28th. Motion to dismiss. No longer pregnant. Wow. That's terrible. What happened? She doesn't know. Huh? She doesn't know when she lost the pregnancy. You didn't notice 2 1.5 pound things like your body contracting? You have to go into actual labor at that point in time. It's not just little pieces of blood and tissue. You have to go into actual labor and deliver a baby. It is horrible, horrible experience for anyone, especially the mother, to have to go through the hell of giving birth to deliver the placenta. Like, you have to full on give birth at that point in time. And she doesn't know when it happened. Just fall out? It just gone? There would have been a record of the death. There would be a death certificate. So my opinion is that in this specific case, with the evidence that I have seen, which I have relayed to you, I feel like there is not enough evidence to show in any way, shape, or form that she was actually pregnant. No more fake babies. No more fake babies.
No more fake babies. No more fantasy. No more pretending this is our reality. We stand strong and tall. Won't let you have your way. Your lies won't fool us. The truth will always stay. No more mind games. No more masquerade. Our eyes are wide open. Can't hide in the shade. No more deceptive schemes. Faking ultrasounds. Thinking we're blind. Seeing through the clouds. We break free from the lies. No more living in disguise. We won't be fooled anymore. Our truth will